Do you think that Brahman pleasure is ordinary? This material pleasure? To achieve a portion of Brahman pleasure, if they are kicking off all this material pleasure, don't talk of ourselves. We are ordinary men. In the history, we have gotten the instances that of Bharat Maharaj. Bharat Maharaj, under whose name this planet is called Bharat Varsha, that Bharat Maharaj was the emperor of the whole world. And as emperor, he had his beautiful wife, young children. But at the age of 24 years, just young man, he gave up everything. All right, this is very old story, of course, but you know Lord Buddha. He was also a prince. He was also prince, not ordinary man, and he was Kshatriya. And he was always dealing with beautiful women. That is the palace pleasure accustomed in Oriental countries, that in the palace there are many beautiful girls. They're always dancing and giving pleasure to the kings and the prince. So Lord Buddha was also in such pleasure, but he gave up everything and began to meditate. There are many hundreds of instances in Indian history that to realize the Brahman pleasure, they gave up everything. They gave up everything. That is the way. Tapasya means voluntarily accepting something severe for realizing the supreme pleasure. That is called tapasya. So if for tasting a little Brahman pleasure, all materialistic pleasures are to be given up, do you think that the Supreme Brahman, Lord Krishna, is enjoying this material pleasure? Is it very reasonable? This is Krishna. He's enjoying Lakshmi Sahasra Satasambrahma Sevyamanam. Hundreds and thousands of goddesses of fortune are engaged in his service. Do you think these Lakshmis are material women? How can Krishna take pleasure in the material women? No, this is mistake. Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Pratibhavitabis Tabirya Eva Nijarupataya Kalabi. In the Brahma Samhita you'll find that he expands his Ananda Chinmaya Rasa, the mellow of transcendental pleasure potency. And these gopis are expansions of the pleasure potency. And Radharani is the center. Radharani is the center. So Radharani is not, don't take that Radharani is ordinary woman like we have our wife or sister or mother. No. She is the pleasure potency. And the birth of Radharani was not from the womb of any human being. She was found by her father in the field. While father was plowing, so one little nice child is lying there, and he had no children, so he caught it and presented to the queen. Oh, here we have got a very nice child. How you got? Oh, in the field, just see. Radharani's Janma is like that. So this Janma is today, and Radha, this name is sometimes not found in Bhagavad. So the atheistic class of men protest this Radharani's name is not in the Srimad Bhagavatam. How this name came, Radharani, but they do not know how to see it. There is Anaya Radyate. There are many gopis, but there is mention that by this particular gopi, he is served more pleasingly. Krishna accepts this gopi's service more gladly. Anayaradyate. Aradyate. Aradate, this word aradyate means worshipping. From this word aradyate, Radha has come. But Krishna's name are there in other Puranas, so this is the origin. So in the Srimad Bhagavatam, it's mentioned that tapyante lokatapena, that when the What is that? Tadiyanam samarchanam. Aradhananam sarvesham Vishnu aradhanam param. Tasmat parataram devi tadiyanam samarchanam. Lord Shiva is telling his wife, Aradhananam sarvesham, of all the types of aradha, of worship, Vishnu aradhanam param. The worship of Vishnu is the topmost worship. Tasmat parataram devi, but the greater worship than even worshiping Vishnu, Tadiyanam samarchanam, is worshiping the paraphernalia of Vishnu. Srila Prabhupada points out here that tapasya, these great kings and princes, Buddha, he gave up the palace with all of his pleasures of the palace. Bharat Maharaj, young man, gave up his wife, young wife. This is tapasya. Tapasa brahmacharjena samena cha dhamena cha jagena satya sochabhyam yamena niyamena va. Tapasa brahmacharjena. Austerity means beginning with brahmachari life. That one lives a life of celibacy. Majority of life is celibacy. There's 25 years in the Vedic culture allowed for household life to beget children and carry on the sampradaya, the family. Other first 25 years, that's brahmachari life. 50 to 75, Manapras life, one may go with wife and visit holy places in Vedic culture, strictly. And 75 to 100, one renounces completely. Of course, who's living 75 to 100? Only Amalabhakta Swami. The rest of us will be lucky to make it to 75. Very lucky. But this tapasya, this is actually the reward. A while back, someone said the reward of devotional service is associating with the devotees. Of course, that's correct. That's one of the rewards of devotional service. But the real reward of devotional service, the actual scriptural reward of devotional service, is more devotional service. By performing devotional service, one gets another opportunity for more devotional service. And the wealth of the Brahmin, the actual wealth, not some bank account, the actual wealth is one's knowledge, one's austerity, one's Krishna consciousness. Srila Prabhupada said that in our Krishna consciousness movement, every person may not be to your liking. Someone is a little bit mode of passion, someone a little bit mode of ignorance, someone more goodness, someone mixed a little bit. We're on the path of devotional service. So everyone may not be to our liking, but our great austerity is that we sit tight, perform our service, and tolerate and excuse. Everyone may not be the person that we would choose Had we not come to Krishna consciousness, most of you wouldn't choose to meet me. You'd leave me by the side of the road. Whoever this guy is, don't talk to him. Kids, don't go near him. He's a stranger. Stranger danger. But in our Krishna consciousness movement, we are linked by our service to Radharani and Krishna and our love for Srila Prabhupada and the Krishna consciousness movement. And therefore, we tolerate and excuse. Just like on an airplane, Prabhupada mentions a boat. But in our case, on an airplane, we may be sitting. When I'm on an airplane, I always get the kid behind me that likes to kick the back of the seat. Flight from Los Angeles to New York, 5.5 hours, and there's a kid kicking and screaming. Not our little bhakta, but someone. But one has to reach the destination, New York City. So you tolerate and excuse. At worst, maybe you go to the stewardess and ask, can I change my seat to get away from this disturbance? But as devotee, we tolerate and excuse. That is called kshama. So this tapasya, our associating in Krishna consciousness, that is a form of tapasya. That is an austerity and penance. Jai Radhe. That is great austerity. And the austerity of following the order of the spiritual master and engaging in devotional service, that is our tapasa. Samena cha, damena cha. Controlling the mind, controlling the senses. Tyagena satya sochabhyam. Renouncing, becoming clean. Satya sochabhyam. Becoming truthful. Yamena niyamena va. Following the regulative principles and living a very spiritual life. This is described in Bhagavad Gita as the tapasya. So, this worship of Radharani, it is the topmost worship. She is the topmost worshiper of Krishna. Aradhyate, she is the topmost person. And in our Krishna consciousness movement, there is not, just like we went to this, I forget the name of the church. Every time they talk about God, they say, he, she, it, God. Reverend is giving lecture, he, she, it, God. So it sounds little funny, especially the it part. But he, she, God, that is our philosophy. Krishna is never alone. We worship Radha Krishna. So Radha and Krishna. This is Prabhupada. Krishna is the enjoyer and he wants to enjoy. So he's the supreme Brahman. He cannot enjoy anything, Atmarama. He can enjoy it in himself. Therefore, Radharani is the expansion of his pleasure potency. Krishna hasn't got to seek external things for his pleasure. No. He is in himself full, Atmarama. So Radharani is expansion of Krishna. Krishna is the energetic and Radharani is the energy. Just like energy and energetic you cannot separate, fire and the heat you cannot separate. Wherever there is fire, there is heat, and wherever there is heat, there is fire. Similarly, wherever there is Krishna, there is Radha, and wherever there is Radha, there is Krishna. They are inseparable, but he is enjoying. So Swarupa Damodar Goswami has described this intricate philosophy of Radha and Krishna in one verse. Very nice verse. Radha Krishna Pranaya Bikritir Hladini Shaktir Asmat Akat Manav Api Bhuvi Puradeha Vedam Gatau Tau. So Radha and Krishna is the one supreme, but in order to enjoy, they have divided into two. Again, Lord Chaitanya joined the two into one. Chaitanyakyam Prakatam Adhuna. That one means Krishna is Krishna in the ecstasy of Radha. Sometimes Krishna is in ecstasy of Radha. Sometimes Radha is in ecstasy of Krishna. That is going on. But the whole thing is Radha and Krishna means the one, the supreme. So Radha Krishna philosophy is a very great philosophy. It is to be understood in the liberated stage. Radha Krishna philosophy is not to be understood in the conditioned stage. But when we worship Radha Krishna in our conditioned state, actually we worship Lakshmi Narayan. You have seen that picture, this Vidhi Marg and Raga Marg. Radha Krishna worship is on the platform of pure love, and Lakshmi Narayan worship is on the regulative principles. So long we do not develop our pure love, we have to worship on the regulative principle. One has to become a brahmachari, one has to become a sannyasi, one has to perform the worship in this way. In the morning he has to rise, he has to offer so many rules and regulations. There are at least 64 rules and regulations, so we shall introduce them gradually as you develop. So in this Vidhi Marg, when you have no love for God or Krishna, we have to follow the regular principles, and automatically there is practice. When practicing, just like you practice this mridanga playing, in the beginning it is not in order. But when you become well versed in the practice, the sound will come so nice. Similarly, when we are engaged by regular principles in the worship of Radha Krishna, that is called Vidhi Marg. And when actually you are in the love platform, that is called Raga Marg. So without Vidhi Marg, if anyone wants to learn the Raga Marg, immediately that is foolishness. That is foolishness. Nobody can pass MA examination without going through the regular principles of primary schools and colleges. So therefore, I do not, I mean to say, indulge in the discussions of Radha and Krishna so easily. Rather, go on with the regular principle at the present moment. Gradually, as you become purified, as you become on the transcendental platform, you'll understand what is Radha Krishna. Don't try to understand Radha Krishna very quickly. It is a very big subject. If we want to understand Radha Krishna very quickly, then there will be so many Prakrita Sahaja. In India, there are Prakrita Sahaja. Just like Radha Krishna dancing, Radha Krishna has become a plaything. The painting Radha Krishna, Krishna is kissing Radha. Radha is kissing. These are all nonsense. Radha Krishna philosophy has to be understood by the liberated person, not by the conditioned soul. So we shall await for the fortunate moment when we are liberated. Then we shall understand Radha Krishna Pranaya Vikritir. Because Radha and Krishna, they are not on the material platform. Try to understand. This is Jiva Goswami's analysis, that Krishna is the Supreme Brahman. The Supreme Brahman cannot accept anything material, so Radha is not in the material field. So sometimes, even in spiritual groups, they try to jump to Raga Marg without going through Vidhi Marg. Vidhi means the practice of devotional principles because our love is weak. Raga means you're in that bhava stage already. Bhava is not a cheap thing. In the beginning, adao shradhatata saru sangata bhajana kriya, tato anartha nivriti syat tato nista ruchistata, tato bhavas. Srila Rupa Goswami Prabhupada says in his Nectar of Devotion, ado shraddha, in the beginning, one has to have faith that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, that Radha Krishna is the Supreme. Ado shraddhatata saru sangha, and one associates with the Vaishnavas and the Vaishnavis. Ado shraddhata saru sangata bhajana kriya, one engages in practical devotional service. Tato bhajana kriya tato anartha nivriti syat, one becomes freed from anartha nivritis, from bad habits, unwanted habits, and one becomes fixed in Krishna consciousness. He's immediately thinking, just like I've given the example before. I was in Port Authority with Prabhu. He was so absorbed in Krishna consciousness, at the end of the day, I went to the locker to get books. I came back, he was distributing in Port Authority, and one lady of the night had approached him, would you like to come with me? So I was behind him, he didn't see me. And he said, I've really got to run back to the temple and shower, because at 6:30 is Sundar Arti, and at 7 o'clock we have Bhagavad Gita class. At 7:45 we're going to read Krishna book and have hot milk and cookies if you'd like to join us. This was a lady of Port Authority who was looking for something else. She was completely bewildered. And I was standing behind Pragosh. I was amazed that this lady is approaching him, but according to his consciousness, I have to be at Sundar Arti, then I have to be at Gita class, then we have to read Krishna book, then we have to drink hot milk and cookies, and then we have to take rest. 8:30, time for taking rest. So this is the regulative principles of freedom. This is Vidhi Bhakti, devotional service in practice. So Srila Prabhupada goes on. Now there is a very nice song I shall sing if you can play on the harmonium. Yes, this is Rupa Goswami's song. So let us sing this song. I don't know if you all know this, but Prabhupada says if you could play on the harmonium, so I studied on the harmonium. Everyone is on the board, or you have to look at the paper? Is there the whole thing? Radhe Jayo Jayo Madhava Daite. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Gokula Taruni Mandala Mohite. Gokula Taruni Mandala Mohite. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Damodara Radhi Vardhana Veshe Ari Niskuta Vrinda Vipinese. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Gokula Taruni Mandala Moite. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Rishabhanu Dadi Navasachileke Lalita Shaki Guna Ramita Visake. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Kurunam Kuru Mai Karuna Parite Sanaka Sanatana Vanita Charite. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. 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 Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe. Jaya Radhe Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe. This song was sung by Rupa Goswami. He is the real person, actual person to understand Radha Krishna. So he says, all glories to Radharani. Jaya Radhe, Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. She's so dear to Krishna. Krishna, everyone is trying to love Krishna, but Krishna is trying to love somebody. Now, how great she is. Just try to understand. Everyone, the whole world, the whole universe, all living entities, they are trying to love Krishna, Krishna Prema. Lord Chaitanya describes Prema Pumarto Mahan. And Rupa Goswami described, we are distributing Krishna Prema. So Krishna Prema is so valuable, but Krishna is after Radharani. Just see how Radharani is great. Just try to understand the greatness of Radharani. Therefore, she is so great, and we have to offer our respect. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. How she is, Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite. Taruni Taruni means young girls. You'll see the pictures, they are all young girls. But of all the young girls, she is the most beautiful. She is enchanting to the young girls also. She is so beautiful. Gokula Tarani Mandala Mahite, Damadara Rati Bardana Vese. And she always dresses herself so nicely that Damodar Krishna becomes attracted by her beauty. Hari Niskuta Brindavi Pinese. And she is the only lovable object of Krishna, and she is the queen of Vrindavan. This queen of Vrindavan you'll find in Vrindavan. If you go to Vrindavan, everyone is worshipping Radharani. Rani means queen. They're always speaking, Jai Radhe, Radharani. All the devotees in Vrindavan, they are worshipper of Radharani. Hari Niskuta Brindavi Pinese, Vrishabhanudari Navasasi Leke. And she appeared as the daughter of King Vrishabhanu and her companion Lalita Shaki and Vishaka Saki and the devotees. So on behalf of the pure devotees of Krishna, Rupa Goswami is praying, Karunam Kurumai Karuna Bharite. O my worshipful Radharani, you are full of mercy. So I'm begging of your mercy because you are so merciful. Very easily you bestow your mercy. So I'm begging your mercy. Karunam Kurumai Karuna Bharite Sanaka Sanatan Varnita Charite. Now someone may say, you are so great, learned scholar, you are so great, saintly person, and you are begging mercy from an ordinary girl? How is that? Therefore Rupa Goswami says, this is not ordinary girl. Sanaka Sanatana Varnita Charite. This girl's description is possible to be made by great saintly persons like Sanak Sanatan. She is not ordinary. So the lesson is that we should not treat Radharani as ordinary girl or Krishna as ordinary man. They are supreme absolute truth, but in the absolute truth, there is the pleasure potency, and that is exhibited in the dealings of Radha and Krishna. And Radha's expansion, all the gopis, and Krishna is the Lord. Thank you very much. Chant Hare Krishna. Shri Radha Rani Ki Jai. Maha Mahotsava Mahatiti Avirbhav Shri Radhastami Ki Jai. Maha Mahotsava Mahatiti Avirbhav Shri Radhastami Ki Jai. Maha Mahotsava Mahatiti Avirbhav Shri Radhastami Ki Jai. Gaur Brahmananda Haribo. Happy Radhastami. Now they'll be chanting 24 hours. List is there. Everyone chant, chant.